Well, hello again, and thanks for coming back. I was planning this week to talk about fires on container ships again, but as I left home this morning, I got word of a fire aboard what was called either a Conroe or a Ro-Ro on the way from Germany to Morocco. So I guess I'm going to have to call it fires on container ships and Ro-Ros. As often happens, the crew in this incident evacuated as soon as the fire broke out and it became obvious they couldn't deal with it. That seems to be common these days. Clearly, if there's a fire in a container and you don't know what's in it, the fumes could be toxic. So the first action is to get the crew off the ship, and that's part of the point, really, isn't it? You don't know what's in the box, and there are a lot of problems with non-declared and misdeclared cargo. Surveys at ports around the world show up an alarming level of non-compliance in that regard. Last time I spoke about this, it was on the back of two incidents in January. I still haven't found out what it was that caused those. One assumes it's non-declared dangerous goods, but as somebody pointed out, things like over-exuberant fumigation or the off-gassing from adhesives that haven't properly cured in, say, boxes of trainers or something, could easily generate a flammable atmosphere in a container. Now, it's unlikely, I think, the Yantian Express, for instance, was in the middle of the Atlantic in January, that the ambient temperature is going to reach anything like what would be needed to set that off. But then, if it's not declared, then it could be stowed down by the bunker tanks. And that's a general problem. And given the level of non-declaration or misdeclaration, it's a problem that can happen at any time. And it's an increasing problem, not just for insurers, I have to say. There is the risk of damage to the environment, to the crew themselves. But insurers are beginning to get serious about this. And TT Club, for instance, which is one of the major insurers of containerised cargo, wants to take a broader look at the issue of goods in containers on ships. How can we put in place any feasible means of fighting a fire once it breaks out on board a ship? And other issues such as verified gross mass, that's the phrase, and getting back to the container stuffer. There have been various attempts to do that through CDI and through the US Customs Trade Partnership Against Terrorism. I've looked at that, and so far it's proving very difficult. There are a lot of container stuffers, and a lot of them are a long way inland. But we will be coming back to this, and I hope in the April issue we will of HCB will have an article on that topic for you. Stay in touch. Let me know if you've got any ideas. Doubtless this will be a subject that comes up again. Thanks for watching. See you next week.